Tillman Cove is in the heart of Binghamton, and Binghamton is one of the areas in the city where values are increasing. You're seeing a more diverse range of people moving into the neighborhood, and it's 8 acres right in the heart of their community.
Binghamton is a older, traditional working class neighborhood in the city of Memphis that's known for its diversity. It had a great deal of commercial, strong residential housing stock of working class families, and you obviously saw the decline that happened in that community with significant multifamily housing developments, and well as some challenged single family housing units. And you saw a loss of commercial investment and so on. So Binghamton has seen a significant number of challenges. And how we act now will determine ultimately who these communities will serve, how they will operate, and what they will look like for the next generation.
We like to visually represent the kind of blight turned hope projects that are time and time again at the BDC. So this is kind of a really blighted, dilapidated apartment complex that then became kind of a more hopeful grocery anchored commercial development. This is the same thing. 2 of 20 units were occupied to then the in renovation stage, and it's now fully occupied affordable housing. When Tillman Cove shut down, it went from 116 units that were occupied, it was vibrant, and then it was like, okay, everyone's got 2 weeks to move. That's 72 families displaced in a minute. What do you do with that?
It was heart-wrenching. Residents were literally in tears. They were crying, they had nowhere to go, and their plea to the city was, do something, help us.
Paul texted me and says, like, I got this crazy idea. Like, we've been talking about Tillman Cove for years. What if the city bought it? And we just figured it out. And I was like, let's do it.
It's important that we find a way to put some investment in that allows for an affordable development to take place.
It started there. And from there, it was a conversation. It was, how can the BDC develop it? How can the city develop it? It was a conversation. And then it was, there's gonna be this issuance of an RFP, and we're gonna find a qualified team to bring in the real capacity. And we're gonna find the best team.
So the city sent out a request for proposals for Tillman Cove, and I had known the property. I had driven by it many times and had seen the condition that it was in, which was not good. And so I knew that the city was obviously looking to redevelop the property and find a partner to do that. So when the RFP was released, we immediately knew that it was something that we wanted to pursue. Over the last year, it's been Elmington and BDC working on moving towards a groundbreaking.
Projects like this take so much time and it takes so much effort, but nothing is real until people see dirt moving. We want to demonstrate to you that we are really serious about this by doing this demolition.
Hey, if everybody can start moving to your seats, we're going to get started very shortly. I love the energy in the space. Exciting times.
As good as a development project might be, if the community doesn't feel engaged and isn't involved in the process, it's not going to be successful.
3041. That's my spot. That's my house. And I had it decked out in there too. This is just buildings with memories, but the community means more than this. You know, because this could be gone, we still gonna have our memories. We're gonna have our good times over here, hanging under the big tree, and yeah, but it's best for the community. It's just better. And to be able to come through here and see something nice and pretty and new and something that the elders that are still here in the community can be proud of, and something that our kids can look at and see change, and then they'll do better. That's what it's about. In order to get better, we have to do better. And I think we're doing something over here in Binghamton, so I'm proud.
In the course of applying for the RFP, we got to know Octavius. We learned about his business and we learned about him and the integrity that he has, and we knew that we wanted to partner with him, and fortunately he felt the same way. And so Nixon General Contractors is the key part of our redevelopment team for Tillman Cove.
Brought you guys here today, Red Oaks Apartments. It's not far, maybe a couple blocks from Tillman Cove, the apartments that we're about to rebuild 20 years later. Apartment at the top left, apartment number 4, that's where I grew up. Coming back and providing other opportunities for people that grew up like me in my same background and situation. That's why this is very important to me. I still live in Binghamton today, so I never left. Binghamton's a very close-knit community. A lot of times you'll hear people say they're from Binghamton, Tennessee. Tillman Cove definitely is going to happen. The project means too much to the city, means too much to this community. The time it's taken to get it done is simply because it has to be right for the community first. It's not just your typical development where a big company comes in and builds whatever they want to build. They have to go through a community engagement process.
To me, this is the work that comes from the heart. None of these deals are simple. It's not straightforward. There's no straight path to get the deal done. It takes a team. It takes a lot of people that have vision and creativity, something deep down within to make you want to complete projects like this, to bring something that's going to benefit people for generations to come.
As a matter of fact, a lot of older friends of mine, they are talking about moving back once it's been reestablished. So I think it'll be a quality place to stay, especially if you're overseeing it.
Well, we're working with a lot of people to try to bring it to
Right.
fruition, and that's exactly what we're looking at doing here. We want people that live in this neighborhood, have grown up in this neighborhood, to be able to stay in this neighborhood.